Now you've had that phone call. Now you're moving into the next step of your sales process. We looked at 3 areas. So number one was qualifying. Number two was that initial consultation and site visit. Number three is our design agreement. We did an episode on each one into specifics. I'm not going to get into all those specifics here just because we don't have time for this particular video. But real quickly, qualifying, not asking the right questions on the phone. So then you take all the time to drive to someone's home or meet with them only to find out that it's not a qualified lead. So we talked about 7 areas of qualifying, the how you ask the questions. An example is, I never ask somebody when they want to get started. I ask them, how soon do you want to be living in and enjoying your new home or your remodeled space? Because everyone wants to be done and enjoying it, but nobody's in a hurry to get started. So I always begin at the end in mind when it comes to my my follow-up. Asking them again about previous experiences of working with a builder, how they've remodeled before, have they built a new home before. Those are all just really important questions. Finding out again, cash or financing, and how they arrived at their budget numbers, because everyone will tell you what they want to spend. Very few people will tell you what they're willing to spend or have the ability to spend. So we always get hung up on, oh, you're telling me you want the Taj Mahal and you only want to spend, just a little bit of money. We got into initial consultation or site visit. We talked about what do we do before, during, and after that site visit to, switch that person's focus on how much project can I get for how little money to what's your process. They need to buy your process. And then for design agreement, we talked about how to sell a design agreement, the common mistakes that builders make, giving away your time to estimate, giving away your time of designing plans. All of that should be charged for. And we talked about incremental work for incremental commitments and how to get those incremental commitments from your lead. Thoughts, Diana, on any of that?
So I like that. So when do you want to start? You don't ask that. How soon you want to live in that. That's amazing. So that's a huge shift, and basically it's the same thing. So the outcome, it's I can see my enthusiasm when I'm thinking I want to see the final result versus when do you want to start. I don't want to start. I want to skip the whole process. I don't want to deal with everything in between the start and the end. I just want to live in the house and enjoy. And that's something I can say from my own experience. I know that my process. So now looking back, I never want to start. I just want to live in a beautiful house that is already done and made, and I don't want to take care of all the in between.
And if you say, well, when do you want to get started? Oh, we're in no hurry, because everyone feels like, oh, you're pushing me. It's like, I can't push you. I can only pull you. And what are you really buying? I'm buying a lifestyle. In other words, there's a reason that I want to build or remodel my home. It's because I'm unable to do something that I would like to be able to do in my home right now. So, I can't entertain the way I want to entertain, or our home is too small. We need a larger home that, we're crawling all over one another. Or I'm working from home. Now I need to have a dedicated office space. So there's always some sort of lifestyle you're after. So you tend to focus on the lifestyle, the end. How soon do you want to be living in and enjoying your new home or your remodeled space? Oh, wow, yesterday, 6 months from now, we have a graduation coming up. Then you'll find out the real timeline, and then you can work backwards from there. But it's so important to understand what their motivations are so that you can work with those, understand those hot buttons, and move them into your sales process, because your process is the promise that they will get the unknowns made known. And that's the important part. I don't know what it'll look like, what it'll cost. Okay, let's make those known. This is how we do it. The first step is this. The last step is this. How soon do you want to be living in and enjoying your new space? Okay, so these are things we have to do. Let's focus on the prize at the end and not all the undesirable and time and money that you're going to spend to get there.